Hey guys, yesterday I came up with the idea to make a real beginner's build and explain why I'm using these certain items. I think it's gonna be helpful. I don't think there's many beginner builds. Most of them are focused on endgame and max damage. Before we start, I just wanna say that's just an example of a beginner slash starter build. You don't have to copy exactly my items. You don't have to copy the same attributes I have. This is the closest thing I had to a starter build, and I'll explain why I picked that. If you want more protection, you can always switch one of the gadgets to a shield, and I would suggest you to use the firewalls pack. If you want healing, you can use the healing hive. If you want, you can use the explosive mine instead of the turret. It's entirely up to you. For weapons, I'm using a standard assault rifle and shotgun. There's plenty of choices about talents. Either go with something that's gonna boost your skill damage or just a pure weapon damage like I have on my AR. I would stay away from SMGs because they have sort of a short range and they're more of an aggressive type of weapon. So either go with AR or you can use a rifle. A pretty good example would be the Surge, but that's a named weapon, and I'm trying to keep the build as basic and simple as possible. Getting a headshot is going to increase your skill damage by 25% for 15 seconds, but let's not go there. Don't mind the stats and don't mind the attributes. I'm just using what I have in my inventory. You can use mixed attributes, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, skill haste, armor regen, whatever you have. It's gonna be useful because you're leveling, you're not focusing on end game, so it works. Before I started recording, I actually had explosive mine instead of the turret, and I was running demolition. That's why I have this chest piece equipped. It has 15% explosive damage from the brand set as bonus, and the critical hit damage, of course, the first one. So that's why I was using this piece, and it has the perfect spark talent. I know this is a named piece, but you can find a chest piece with just the spark talent. It doesn't have to be the named one. So instead of using this piece, in the middle of the video I actually found this one, which gives a skill health. It's gonna help our gadgets, currently the one I'm using, because the NPCs are gonna be shooting at them, and the talent's pretty good because it's gonna boost your weapon and skill damage into your allies as well when you're remaining cover or moving cover to cover. And I equipped armor on kill just because to increase my survivability. I guess it's a good stats for leveling and when you're at the beginning stage of the game. I'm using this piece mainly because of the assault rifle damage and armor. I don't like the headshot damage as I don't need it, but that's the point of using this specific gear piece. I can't change it and neither you will be able to. The backpack's pretty cool. It gives me a decent amount of critical hit damage from the attribute and the brand set. I'm not fan of the headshot damage as I don't need it in that type of build. I attached armor on kill because why not? We're trying to survive and armor's always useful. And the talent is pretty cool. I think that's the best talent you can have if you're trying to increase your skill damage and using gadgets mostly as a way to kill enemies. It increases your skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. That's a long time, but that's a lot of damage. I will show you a short gameplay. I'm using heroic difficulty because my stats on the attributes is gonna be higher than yours if you're in early stage of the game. You'll probably be playing on normal or hard, I guess. This is probably one of the worst gameplays I can show you as an example, but I decided to do it anyway. The build itself is weird for endgame. You don't have enough weapon damage and you don't have enough skill damage, so it's not right. Even with build like this, you see you can take a checkpoint on the highest difficulty, and if you take your time letting the gadgets do the job for you, you won't lose the armor as many times as I did. I'm a little bit impatient and I'm not used to playing something like this. Just remember, when you're leveling, damage is not that important. It's more important to survive and complete the mission. Later in game, you find items you want and you'll get the damage. It just takes time. I hope this video is gonna help new players. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. If you wanna see my version of any specific build, or if you need help or suggestion with yours, just let me know. I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.